right, let's get started. So,
Okay.
hello everyone, and welcome again to the Milesight and Arteco integration webinar. So first of all, thanks so much for joining us today, and we're really excited to have you here. So my name is Roxy from the Milesight team, and I'm here with Steve, Vice President at Arteco. And together we will be walking you through how Milesight's AI-powered camera integrate with Arteco's UC platform, giving you a smarter, more scalable approach to surveillance. So, we will start with a brief introduction to both companies, just to give you a sense of where we're coming from. Then we'll move into the core of today's topic. So how Milesight and Arteco integrate, followed by the closer look at the key capabilities that make this solution stand out. We'll also walk you through a live demo and a real-world application, highlight an exciting use case on the edge, and wrap up with the interactive poll with a special offer for everyone joining us today. So just a quick note, throughout the session, feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. Our technical teams from both Milesight and Arteco will be standing by and happy to help. Also, the webinar is being recorded, and we were sharing the recording after the session with you, so no worries if you miss anything. All right, let's get into it. Let me give you a quick snapshot of who we are. So Milesight is a leading manufacturer of multi-potential sensing products built to capture meaningful data and deliver intelligent solutions across global markets. So by combining AI, 5G, and IoT, we help industries across diverse verticals to enhance automation, to boost efficiency, and make any smarter business decisions. And our solutions center around two key product lines, smart IoT and video surveillance. So both designed to address the real-world challenges with scalable, future-ready technology. So what sets us apart is our open approach. We are focused on building an ecosystem that enables seamless integration, cross-platform compatibilities, and strong technology partnerships, like the one we're showcasing today with Arteco. And of course, we back all this up with the robust quality and cybersecurity standards, holding certifications to meet the highest global compliance requirements. So that's a bit about Milesight. And now I would love to pass things over to Steve, and who will walk you through Arteco and the technology they bring to this integration.
Thank you, Roxy. Welcome, everyone. Once again, Steve Berkmeyer from Arteco. And just a little bit of background on us. The company's been around for over 30 years, actually dating back to 1987. We started off in industrial automation and developed patents in machine vision analytics, and then we moved that technology over to video security. We have offices around the world. Our global headquarters is in Faenza, Italy, which is near Bologna. Our U.S. headquarters is in St. Louis, which is where I'm based, in Missouri. We also have important offices in both Sao Paulo, Brazil, and a really key office for us globally is our branch in Johannesburg, South Africa. So we're a great global company, and we can really help you out no matter where you're located. Our focus, obviously, is in video analytics. It's been an event-based system providing situational awareness, being an open architecture for system integration, and then giving you that process automation for building solutions and things of that nature. So let's go ahead to the next slide. So we have two core platforms that I'm going to talk about today, but our fundamental integration is a real focus on OnViv. And by that, I mean we do every level of OnViv, S, T, G, and M. So just briefly, let's just touch on what that means. S is your basic OnViv. It's going to give you the streaming between partners like Milesight and Arteco. So it allows us to see those cameras. T is going to be any event that can come from those cameras. So whether it be a simple motion detection all the way up to a sensor type alarm. And then G is the edge recording. So allowing us to manage edge recordings like we do with Milesight. And then M is probably the most exciting one. That's the newest one. That is metadata. So these great cameras from Milesight with their built-in AI, they're tagging metadata in the video all the time. And now we can filter that metadata and search for things that have happened. So really cool partnership that we have going with Milesight. We deliver that to our system really in two ways. We have our core traditional VMS product, which is called Omnia. That's a server client architecture. And then our very innovative product, which is called UC, is a cloud managed video management software. So that is a multi-platform. It works with any type of device. So whether you have an Apple or a Mac or a PC, it doesn't matter if it's a tablet, phone, computer, you can access it through our progressive web app called UC. So that's what we're going to take a look at today. And so what sets us apart? What sets Arteco apart? So really, we focus on four things, right? We're going to focus on it being an event-based system, right? So it doesn't matter if it's video analytics, license plate recognition, building automation. We're going to centralize those events from the third-party system, and we're going to give you video verification about it. We also focus on doing that in an easy-to-use environment. We found very early on that it doesn't matter how sophisticated the product is, if it's too difficult to use, people just don't use those features. So all of our design principle, and we'll take a look at this in the live demo, is focused on being easy to use. And then third, and probably the most important from our partnership with Milesight, is being an open platform. And we're always finding new and innovative ways to kind of go against the trend in the industry, which is everything's siloed, right? We're seeing that in this industry where the same company is selling you the cameras, is selling you the VMS, the access control, the intrusion. And that really kind of bogs down the customer as far as their choice and the innovation. With our partnership with Milesight, we're able to bring in not only their cameras, but their IoT sensors and a lot of different really cool stuff. And then, of course, price. We do differentiate on price, and we would love to, everyone on this, reach out to us, and we'd love to quote a project for you. So what does that mean to the customer? Flexible deployment and scalability, centralized event management, giving you events from many different devices and giving you video verification in one pane of glass, streamlined operational control, and of course, remote monitoring, the things that we're doing in video monitoring and cloud access. So with that, I will turn it back over to Roxy, and she's going to talk about some innovation on the Milesight camera side.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. All right, let's take a quick look at compatibility. So we're excited to share that the Milesight's entire camera lineup is now fully supported on Arteco's platform. That includes core functions like live view, like playback, and some basic video settings, and PTZ control for PTZ series, and then plus a wide range of VCA event analytics. So no matter the model or use case, you can expect a reliable and a consistent integration experience across the board. All right, let's shift gears a bit and take a closer look at some of Milesight's standout cameras. First up is our one of our latest released coming next month, the AI True Color Dual Lens 180 panoramic camera. This model features dual lenses that deliver a seamless 180 panoramic view with an extended vertical field of view of up to 58 degrees, so ensuring no blind spot in wide open environments. And combined with the large aperture in the sensor, it produces exceptional image quality even in low light conditions. And also thanks to the 140 dB Super WDR, you can get a clear and detailed visuals in high contrast scenes, like let's say building entrance or like outdoor areas with strong backlighting. On the security side, the camera now runs on an NDAA compliant platform featuring TPM 2.0 technology, ensuring that your data is protected from tampering and leaks. So built on this foundation, our VC 2.0 technology enhances its intelligent analysis capabilities, so detecting threats with greater accuracy and helping users respond more effectively. One of our most exciting upgrades is adapted night surveillance. So the camera supports 3 intelligent lighting modes, IR mode, white light, and smart switch, which automatically adjusts based on the scene. So this ensures optimal clarity in any lighting condition while preserving the true color detail when it matters the most. So especially like during the event detections or like capture, where the camera reacts in real time to enhance visibility. And finally, the camera also includes an independent high intensity white lights, which is not only to improve the image clarity, but also serve as a proactive deterrence. So as you can see here on the right side, the flashing light function can issue warnings when needed and adding an extra layer of real-time protection. So next up is the AI multi-directional camera, a smart and efficient solution for wide area surveillance. So it features 4 independently adjustable 5-megapixel lenses, allowing you to cover multiple angles with only one device. And that makes it ideal for intersections in like parking lots, in any other, complex multi-directional layout. And here is where it gets really smart. So as you can see here from the right side, each channel supports real-time AI analysis. So you're not getting just a wide view, you're getting intelligent monitoring on every angle simultaneously. And it comes with 9 VCA events as standard, along with target classification for people, for vehicles, and even like scooters. And currently, this camera can be added and managed on Arteco's platform via OnVIF multi-channel mode and only requires a single camera license, making it even more efficient for deployment. It's also highly cost-effective with no additional AI license needed, reducing the overall hardware and installation and labor costs. So all in all, this is a great choice when you need full coverage and smarter detection just all in one device. Moving on to our NDAA compliant vape sensor, which is coming soon. This device is equipped with a multi-building sensors to detect gases, motion, and sound. It also features configurable audios and visual deterrents for real-time alerts. With supports for both OnVIF and MQTT integration, it can be seamlessly deployed alongside your existing security systems. So it's a great fit for environments like schools, like public buildings, or like offices, where the vape detection and air quality monitoring are becoming increasingly important. And now I'm gonna hand things over to Steve again, who is gonna walk you through a live demo of the integration in action.
Perfect. Thank you, Roxy, once again. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Hide some of this stuff so it's not blocking things. Okay. So once again, this is UC. This is our cloud managed application. So I'm just logging in on a browser. I'm in Chrome right now, and you can see that I have just vms.uc.cloud, and then I'm also just logged into my account. Let me see if I can move this real quick. Oh, okay, maybe not. All right, well, hopefully it won't do too much. Sorry, one second while I try to move this out in my way. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So we have a 4-camera layout, and you can see I have all my custom layouts that I can define up here. This is for the Milesight demo. And a great tie into what Roxy was just saying is you have the smart sensor as a visual right on the layout itself. So if I want to go full screen with that, I can see all of the information that's coming from that smart sensor. Right now, it's configured to show me what the sound quality is, the air quality, the temperature, and just the overall health index. We also have that set up to trigger for the vaping sensor, so that we can get different alarms. Obviously, for demo purposes, we trigger that to come in on a manual basis. On the left-hand side, we have all the different locations that I can access. Once again, that's managed through my cloud account. Also for users, if I want to add users with certain privileges, I can do that all from my cloud managed account. So a couple cool things that we can do. Obviously, it's an event-based system, so I want to run you through that. But if I just want to play back the last 15 seconds up to 30 minutes, I can do an instant player. I can also set my resolution on the fly. So maybe I want to look at a higher resolution stream or a lower resolution stream. I can do that. We have picture-in-picture, which is a great feature. So if I want to work on my emails, for example, I can do that while still keeping an eye on one of my cameras. And then I just drop that right back in, and it goes right back into my layout there. Keep in mind our differentiation points. One of those key ones was not only event-based and open, but it's also about being easy to use. So if we want to add cameras, it's just simply a matter of just finding the cameras I want to add and clicking on those and just adding those to my layout. Once I'm done with those, I can just remove them and it'll just go right back out. You don't have to set, hey, I want a 2x2 or a 4x4. You just pick the cameras you want to add and it'll adjust the layout for you. We can also create what's called an instant event. So if I'm viewing something happening, I have this little shutter window. I can just click that and I can even add details such as what that event's called or maybe add a picture to it. And it'll take that 5 seconds of video and create an alarm around it. So that's just for that live monitoring type environment. Of course, we are getting events all the time from all the different sites that I'm logged in. And you can see this little bell I have up here which is reading 609. So if I click on that, it's going to give me all of the events from all the different sites that I'm currently logged into in the last hour. And that's just a matter of looking at these thumbnails, finding what I'm looking for, or I can even filter those down to say, hey, you know what? I would like to see show me a person, and then I can choose different variables like red, for example. So by clicking a person in red, I can get down to 3 events, basically just with 2 clicks. And now it's just a matter of opening that alarm. I can see the recording that triggered it. I can also see the thumbnails of that person as they came through. So if I want to get a closer look at it, I can. Of course, you can play this full screen if you like. So just replay that real quick. So this is just an ongoing thing that the system's doing from an event management in the background. And those are events that we've predefined. We've said, you know what, on this particular camera, I want to know if there's someone walking through there. And then of course, I can add notes to it. I can export the video, or I can create what's called a PDF. And everyone knows what a PDF is, but that's an event report. And that will give me the details of that particular event that I can share with security or whoever in my organization. When I'm done with that, I just close it and we'll close this out. So that's just kind of a snippet of the event reporting. So kind of jump back over to the live camera view. And I want to show you, it's not always the situation where you know what you're looking for before it happens, right? A lot of times you have to go back and find information. And so when we do things like that, we've had some innovation in our development. One key thing is called thumbnail search. And with thumbnail search, every 3 seconds, the software is committing a low resolution. Let me go back. Is creating a low resolution image from every camera and saving that. And with thumbnail search, what we can do is we can put those pictures down in sequence and then do a time lapse of that information until I find exactly what I'm looking for. So if this was the truck that I'm looking for, I click on it. And now, of course, we see that as a very low resolution image. Not much we can do with it. If we click enhance quality, we're going out into our database and we're saying, you know what, find me the high resolution match of this very low resolution image in our database. And once we find that, now we have the high resolution version. We can download that image, we can tag it, or we can jump right to that video. And when we jump to that video, we now have, in a matter of seconds, we were able to locate, that person, that vehicle. And instead of going through hours and hours of video, we're able to do it, even though we weren't previously looking for that as a predefined event. So just to kind of give you an idea of how thumbnail search works. We also have integration with Google Maps. So with Google Map, this is actually a geolocated camera. So if I want to, even with my phone, I can turn on my location services. I can stand below that camera and I can say, use my current location, and it'll put that camera on the Google Map for us. From here, I can, see events that have taken place. I can also view the live video from the camera itself. I can also interact with other users that are logged into Arteco and have their location services turned on. So for example, Daniel Martin is currently logged in. He's in the office. I can initiate a video call with him. or I can initiate a chat with him. So you can see just our previous chat. Great way to share information with other users. Hey, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or with a video call, if you have somebody out in the field, they can turn their camera around on their phone and start streaming that video in as just additional situational awareness. Probably the most innovative thing that when we talk about integration with MileSight currently, uh, one of the most innovative things is what we're doing with OnVivM. So we've just recently launched a forensic search through OnVivM, and MileSight, in their OnVivM cameras, as I mentioned, they're tagging video constantly. So they're looking, things like vehicles and people, and what color clothes they're wearing, what type of, are they wearing a hat or anything like that. So with the forensic search, I can take those cameras and I can click on forensic search, and let me just clear this out just so we can start over. You see that same kind of search window that we had with some of the other search environments. But with forensic search, I can say, hey, in the last hour, I want to use the cameras that are on my current layout, and I want to find a person. And now I have color of the shirt, color of the pants. I can also have different headgear, different types of attributes, or I can do a region of interest. But since I'm doing all 4 cameras, I'm just going to search all of them. And with this, I get all of the forensic search of those alarms. And let's just bring this across so we can see it a little better here. Because so if we pull this up, we actually have the forensic search from the metadata. We can see all the information that's coming from the camera. None of this is going on in any server side or cloud analytics application. All of it's being processed at the edge in the camera itself. So with this, I can play that video, I can go full screen. I can also find and say, okay, here's a human match, for example, and I can see where that came in. I can tag the event. So just pretty cool stuff that I can go through and see, all that information as it's coming through. So this will be a person entering here. So once again, we're super excited about that. We can see, the processing and the capability of what's happening, and truly take advantage, at the edge from that camera standpoint. Okay, so with that, let's gonna hop back over. I'm gonna stop sharing, and then I believe Roxy will start sharing, and we'll jump back over. And so hopefully everyone can see this next step. So what does this mean in the real world, right? It's great to show a demo. It's great to show, the integration and the partnership. But we are delivering this in real world applications. One of our most exciting, I'd say partnered customers is with a company called Gateway Studios and Production Services, multi locations, but most recently they've built a massive production studio. This is 80,000 square foot of warehouse space for training for live concerts. Think about very large, musical band concerts where they do the lighting, they do the sound, they do the stage performance, and they can control it all from inside this facility. So it created a challenge. Obviously, you needed one very reliable video. But you also needed something that was scalable. It could cover different types of topography, whether it be logistics hubs, transit zones, production areas. So it was a challenging installation because it covered so many different facets, almost like multiple vertical markets inside one 80,000 square foot location. Partner with MileSight on 150 cameras, all utilizing the UC platform. And what's so cool about this is we're utilizing the edge analytics and the edge recording, right? So we have not only the OnVivM, but the OnVivG. So really, controlling that from the integration standpoint and processing efficiency, because we can use the edge analytics, we can use the metadata filtering in the search through OnVivM. So that's kind of the overall. Would love to answer questions about that if there's any questions as we get to that portion. Now I'm moving to something that, I think is probably the most exciting part of the entire presentation, which is our new back end that we are launching this year, which is called UC Service Suite, or USS for short. And that is a brand new architecture for Arteco, which is designed in microservices. So what that means is we're able to break down all of the different parts of our architecture into very, customizable, low impact solutions that we can install at the edge. And we're happy to, partner with Milesight for creating where we can actually install USS on their camera chipset. So what does this mean to the market? It's a serverless environment, right? Each individual camera becomes, in essence, its own processing point with regards to the VMS. It also provides a path direct for cam to cloud with Milesight. So on their cameras, loading USS, storage out to either on VivG at the edge, and then bouncing up to the cloud for archival recording. And then, probably the most important point is, cam to a centralized gateway on-prem. So even if you had multiple cameras that weren't running this, you could also have a very low cost gateway that could connect to it. So what does this mean? Direct edge recording. You can support local recording with edge storage capability. You have the built-in analytics like we've already shown you. Moving everything out to the edge from a processing standpoint really gives you total flexibility, freedom from a security standpoint. So we're super excited about that. There's going to be a lot more news coming out over the coming months on what we're doing with Milesight in this partnership.
Thank you, Steve, for sharing this exciting new platform and then the amazing live demo.